Hi, everybody. Tony and Sarah Zalecki. We are live today.
Yes.
And if you are someone that is looking to be a better recruiter in your business, you are not going to want to miss us live. So make sure you tag some people that you know that want to be a better recruiter. Maybe I would encourage you to share it out, as they, definitely are going to want to listen in on this. And if, first of all, if you're new, do me a favor, go ahead and type in new. If you're watching the replay, type in replay. And all of you live people, I would love for you to type in where you are buzzing in from. And we've got some great things we're going to share with you guys today.
What's going on, everybody? Super excited that you're here. And for some of you that are new, we are Tony and Sarah Zalecki. We love taking people from ordinary to extraordinary. What's going on, Amy? Hey, Tasha, how are you? What's up?
No numbers tonight. All right, so here's the thing. Drop me a 1 if you are ready to be a better recruiter, an amazing recruiter in your business. Drop me a 1. If we want to do some numbers, we'll drop some 1s.
Give me some 1s for everyone that wants to be a master recruiter.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what's up,
hey,
Kimberly?
So, hey, Tom, let's go ahead and get things started.
Yeah, so, a long time ago, when I first started in this awesome profession, this guy told me, he's like, Tony, people are people. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? He's like, people are people. And what he meant was, you have to understand people, because there's different groups of people out there. And he's like, about 20%, 27%, almost 30% of people out there, they're just unmotivatable. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you tell them, they're just negative. They're just not going to move in the direction you want them to move. And I call these the dream stealers, the dream busters, right, babe?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, guys, they're people that are in our life all the time, right? They're the people that poo-poo on your business. They're the people that tell you like it's never going to work. They're the people that you're trying to arm twist, trying to get them to, to be part of your business, right? They're the ones that keep you kind of like just dragging on forever and ever and ever. I mean, drop me some angry faces if you know some people that are unmotivatable, right? You might even be married to an unmotivatable.
I love that emoji.
Dating. Yeah, drop me a poo if that's our son's favorite word is poo. But there we have unmotivatables in our business, and a lot of times we spend so much time with those people, and we can't figure out like why our business is stinking, why we literally stinking, no pun intended, why we can't recruit the right people in our businesses. We're focusing on these guys, and they're just dragging us down. And it's like misery loves company. It's like all of a sudden like we're commiserating with the unmotivatables, and what's scary is we can become one of those very quickly and not even know it, right?
And people ask me all the time, well, Tony, what do I do with this group of people? Like, how do I get them moving, growing? You don't. You just don't. Because what'll happen is you'll become one of them, is what I have found out. It's just a matter of time, because you're not going to change this group of people. Now, the second group is the motivatables. And this is about 60% of the population out there. They're the motivatables. And this group is interesting because the last person they talk to is who they believe.
Right.
So you ever have a person, they see your business and they're so excited. They're like jumping up and down, telling you how they're going to go out and crush it. And they're going to just bring in all these people. They're going to get to the top rank. They're going to create this crazy story. And they leave you in a conversation, face to face, online, just telling you how amazing they're going to do in your business. And then the next day you talk to them and they're like, this probably isn't for me. I talked to so-and-so and they just told me these things never work. They just told me that, I was getting my hopes up and I was getting all pumped up and I was getting so excited. And you know what? I might as well just stop, because those things aren't true. They never grow. They never do what they say they're going to do. You ever have one of those people? Drop me. Are we on 2? What are we on? 1?
Yeah,
drop me a... What are we on?
2.
Drop me a 2 if you ever had a motivatable where they were so jacked about partnering with you, and the next day it's like someone took a pin and they popped their balloon. Drop me a 2 if you ever, had a person like that.
Yeah, but here's what's scary, guys, is that literally they could call you back like a half hour later, and then they're like, oh, you know what? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they listen to like some Jim Rohn CD all of a sudden, or listen to a conference call or saw a Facebook Live like this, and then they got super excited again, and they're like, hey, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, let's do this. And you're like, oh my God, Jolene? Like, is this the same Jolene I talked to 30 minutes ago, right? And it's like it's like almost like Jekyll and Hyde, right? It's kind of like I tell someone, it's like the feather that's like blowing in the wind, and whatever hits them, whatever comes, right? And it's like this emotional roller coaster for these types of people. And I will tell you, early on in my business, guys, no lie, I was one of those people. I was the motivatable. I was the one that was kind of like, I really cared about what other people's opinions, what happened, how I was going. And that, because I was unmotivatable, guess what? It was really hard for me to build my business. I really struggled because I was that people pleaser. I was that person that was like, oh my gosh, like, am I making the right decision? Oh man, maybe I'm not making the right, like, I was like, Sarah, you got to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and like make a stand. Like for you, and you got to be the one that goes and builds this business. And so, how do we motivate those motivatables? How do people motivate people like me, right, early on in the business?
Well, you got to keep them close to the fire. You got to keep them on calls. You got to keep them in chats. You got to keep them in Facebook pages. You got to keep them around stories, testimonials. You got to keep them around people that are winning, that are, hitting small victories, that are like so excited about what the product or service has done for them and their family. And, they're, just talking about it to all these different types of people. Like, you got to keep the motivatables around the good stuff all the time, because again, when they leave your, environment, I'm telling you what, they're going the other way. They just are. It's just flat out how it happens, how it works, and you're not going to be able to change that. But if you can keep them close to you, what happens is they go into this next group, which is about 10% of the population, and these are the self-motivators, the self-motivated people. And
so some of you that are saying, oh my God, that's me as a motivatable, like, there's hope for us, right?
Yes.
There's hope for us. And the hope is to get into this bucket that Tony's talking about as soon as possible, which is the self-motivated.
Yeah, because the self-motivated is awesome. I was self-motivated. At a young kid, I was so motivated, but I was working on a taco truck selling tacos, and I was
shocker that a Mexican is working on a taco truck. Drop me some tacos right now. Taco emojis.
Let me tell you something. My mom and I, man, we could sell some tacos, But you know what? I was motivated, but I was stuck on a taco truck. And I was like, you know what? I see more for my life. I see, more income. I see more opportunity. I see more greatness that Tony Zalecki can do. And see, that's most people. They're just in the wrong vehicle. The self-motivators, they're in the wrong vehicle. And guess what? They're in a position where they're, they're hitting a ceiling, in what they're doing every single day. And they know there's more for them. There's more for their family. And that's what's great about a home-based business, because people can come in and they know there's unlimited income potential. Mm-hmm. They know they can go really far, do great things, become incredible. And that's why the self-motivated people, they're just looking for the right vehicle. Mm-hmm. And they're out there. I'm telling you, right, babe?
Yeah. You were one of them.
I was one of them.
I found you.
Yeah, you were one of them too. Weren't you stuck in the accounting firm?
Well, yeah, but I turned into it though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Did.
So let's talk about the last one.
The last one is...
So like the cream of the cream, like if there was a goal for all of us to be focusing on, would be what?
You want to be in this 3% of the population, which is the motivators, right? And the motivators, man, they inspire people. They get people to move. They get people to rally around their vision. They get people to really get excited about what's possible for them in their future and what they can do and what they can change and what they can become. And man, you want a motivator.
Are you getting choked up there, babe?
Oh,
you
no.
getting choked up about the motivator. I was like, oh, that was so cute. Yeah, but the motivator, those are the people that will inspire, right? So a lot of you guys that are like, hey, I'm self-motivated, that's great. But you got to turn into the motivator, right? And that definitely is a process. I mean, it's not something that happens in a year. It happens in 5 years. I mean, sometimes it takes a while, right? It's you becoming, coming into your best self, right? Whatever that looks like, but really just the best version of you. And so that motivator is inspiring, right?
It is. Big time. It is. And on the same token, sometimes when you're a motivator and you're out there and you're just getting it done and you're doing the things that, most people aren't doing, sometimes people will take shots at you.
For sure.
And sometimes people will be like, man, okay, this person's doing this, they're doing that, you know, and they make up stories and they, you know, say things that aren't nice and uplifting and truthful. But you know what? If you're not doing nothing, they're not talking about you.
What's a quote they always say? They say, a dog doesn't bark at parked cars.
Cool.
So that basically means like, hey, if you ain't doing, like, you know what, if they're talking about you, I always tell Tony, I'm like, babe, if they're saying something, that means we're jamming. So who really cares, right? We're all going to take arrows. It's part of the deal. Like John Maxwell talks about, he's like, leadership is all uphill, guys. You got to get used to it. He's like, it isn't something that just goes and all of a sudden you've arrived. You know what I mean? It's you're going and you hit a plateau and then you're going and then you hit a plateau and you're going. And that's just what it means to be a motivator. It's just what it means to be a leader, right?
Yeah. You nailed it, babe.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. Thank you for the shares. I saw a lot of you guys sharing. Thank you, Coach Fryer. A lot of you other guys are sharing away. We are just excited just to pour into you guys. We are more than ever just determined just that the network marketing profession just needs a ton of light, a ton of hope, just a ton of just realness and good content that they can go out there and just become amazing and share their amazing story, their product or service. And hopefully today we've done that for you. So God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you on the next live.
See you, everybody.